Hello, I'm Asia and I'm a Webtoon artist for a year, and today I'm going to show you how I draw my Webtoon in Procreate and why I chose this program. So in the very beginning I'm making the pages. I don't draw it in the strip format because I'm also posting it on Instagram, and I hope once I can publish it, so doing it in the pages format is better for me. But I also have another idea for a comic which should be in strip format. I hope someday I can draw it. Also, I'm a big old fan of Mospaka Studio, and seeing how they do their comics in which format also impacted my own comics a lot. So it's just come naturally for me to draw it this way. Okay, I'm creating pages now. Usually it's around 8 to 10 pages. Once it was 11 pages. Usually I try to stick to not more than 10 pages, just because there is a page limit in Instagram. From the start, I don't know how many pages I need, so I just make like 8 pages, and then if I need more pages, I will add it later. Next is the storyboard time. Here is I'm just thinking of what is happening in the pages. No detail, nothing. I just use super simple lines, super ugly drawing, just to catch up the idea of the chapter. I draw only main points of the character, like their face expression or hairstyles, to understand who is it. Maybe a few lines if I need to pinpoint the place of the event. And the frames are also shown as these super simple lines. You can see how ugly it looks like. I don't care about it at all, because later it will look pretty. Next, I'm adding the real frames. It would be nice if Procreate had this feature, but I just use simple rectangles and fill it with some color, and that's all. Previously I was used to doing like thin frames and later add thick frames in Photoshop, and it took me 20 chapters to understand that it's just a waste of time and I can just make thick frames from the start. After adding the frames, I start sketching. Here I draw all the details, but I don't care about lines at all. It can be still super disgusting to see, but I still don't care. The main point here is just draw all the details I want to put in the chapter. After that, I'm doing the line art, and here I care about the lines. So I have to put all the lines in the places, but sometimes it doesn't happen, then I can just edit it later. It's not a big problem. After line art, I start adding colors to all the pages. Yes, previously I worked on all pages at the same time, and after that I'm starting to render each page. It just helps me with the speed, I guess, because you don't have to switch between the tasks, so you just basically do the same work and it goes with the same flow, so it's just easier to maintain the speed for me this way. And also it really helps with your sense of accomplishment, because you don't end up with like 2 pages fully drawn and all pages left with just a sketch on it. You have everything at the same stage. Usually I spend one day on storyboard and sketching, one day on line art, one day on color, and around 3 days on rendering all the pages. It takes usually one day to render 3 pages, but sometimes if the page is super simple, if not like one page is super simple, but a few of pages are super simple, I can draw like 5 pages, not like draw, but render like 5 pages per day, and my record was 7 pages. It wasn't 7 pages, it was like 6.1 pages, because the last pages was just a bubble with text. So we are about to start rendering the pages. Here I draw everything I need, like details, textures, shadows, lights, anything I want to be presented on the pages. like bubbles also, and I draw my bubbles by my hand. I also heard that in Clip-Sided Paint you have bubbles feature, like you can use, but I just somehow like how bubbles look like when I draw it by my hand, so I'm completely okay with it. And also for some reason I just started to like write all the letters by myself from the very beginning. So for some reason I just continue doing it. By the way, I post all the brushes I use in Procreate on my Patreon, so if you want to get them, you can just support me on Patreon. The link is in the description, as well as the links to my comic and some other things you may want to check. And why I chose Procreate. For me, it just happened naturally because at some point I just wanted to start drawing my comic, and I already had Procreate on my iPad, so it was like a matter of time. Like, I have to start right now, so I have this program, so I'm starting in this program. I didn't want to care about finding and installing and buying any other programs at all, so I just started. And also with the page format I use, it's super convenient. It would be super inconvenient if I drew it in the strip format, because I've tried to draw a strip format in Procreate and it was just a nightmare. So the page, if you want to draw in the pages format, Procreate is completely okay for you. So this is all I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for watching. All links are in the description. See you next week. Bye! And how I'm supposed to save a draft here? And access a draft, which is way more important. Yes. No. Here. There is no draft here. It's just stupid. This is not how it should work. Then what? I don't know when I am going to post it. Let's try to schedule it. But I don't want to. Who reads comics? December 13th. No, Friday, January. And what time it was? It was 8 a.m. 8 p.m. 8. No, no. 8, no, no. Okay. Okay. Can I draw an art for New Year? Do I have time to draw an art for New Year? I don't know. But okay, it's done for today.